Hey Pokemon Masters, Birdkeeper Toby here, and in this video I'm going to give you 15 Easter eggs, theories, bits of trivia, or things that I just think are cool from the Crown Tundra. This is a little bit of a spoiler warning. If you've not played the Crown Tundra, you don't want it spoiled for you, maybe this isn't the video for you, you can go check out another video of mine. That said, I'll give you the intro to think about it, and if you're still here, great, let's do it. Nice, you stayed. You've played the Crown Tundra, you don't mind it being spoiled for you. Proud of you. Additionally, a quick shout out and thank you for us reaching nearly, if not already, 5,000 subscribers over on Cardkeeper Toby. My brand new channel, it's doing so well. I'm so happy. I love that you're all enjoying it. I've been replying to every single comment, and if you leave a comment over there, I will be replying. We've actually just been able to apply to become a YouTube partner with it, so I'm absolutely thrilled. Thank you so much for the support and the love. So yeah, thank you. I'm really happy about that. Also, I'm extending the sale, by the way. This 25% off with code Toby25 is going to go on through November as well. So new merch, that's also linked at the top of the description. Anyway, that's too many things. You didn't come here for the promo, you came here for one thing and one thing only. 15 Easter eggs and theory. Let's just jump into it. Starting up with number one, the Reggies. Now look, there are two cool little Easter eggs that are kind of tied into this. So as you all know, in the Crown Tundra, there is Regieleki and Regidrago. And yeah, I mean, they're pretty cool in and of their own right. A nice prize that you can only access if you call all three of the previous legendaries, Regirock, Regice, and Registeel. But I got two little things for you here. Number one, did you know that you can also catch Regigigas? Once you've got all 5 of the Reggies in your party, there is a special raid den that it's surrounded by a couple of black stones, and when you enter it, you will find a level 100 Regigigas, just kind of a special extra, which is really cool, sealed away at the base of the Crown Tundra. And number two, the dungeons that these Reggies are in are actually old event dungeons. The whole thing where you have to stand on the Reggie's eye and create the pattern on the floor. These are identical to the Reggie ruins from Generation 4, which were only available if you had an event Regigigas. And they've literally just remastered these dungeons for this game, so it's a cool little Easter egg, I love it. Number two, also shouting out Generation 4, Gen 4 remakes. Is this the warm-up or is this the confirmation that we're not gonna get them? We've got a Spiritomb in the Crown Tundra. All you gotta do is go to a lone grave and it will command you to spread its words out there into the world, which effectively means make sure you're connected to the internet and speak with 50 people over online. Once you've done that, you can return to the gravestone and there will be a Spiritomb. And this is of course a reference to how you got Spiritomb in Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, where once you had the odd keystone, you had to go to the underground 36 times, I believe, to speak with other people down there before it would appear in the Hollow Tower. Again, is this the training wheels? Is this the warm-up? Or is this the confirmation that we're not getting Diamond Pearl remakes? Let me know what you think in the comments. Number three, obviously you will probably already know by now that in the Crown Tundra you can get the Swords of Justice, the legendary Swords of Justice. Sonia is for some reason researching their footprints, and once you find them all, and by the way, the reason you might have found all the footprints easily is that there's double the amount you need in the area, and that's why it's a lot easier than the Diglett hunt. But once you've got them all, you can go to this special little island in a lake and there's a cooking pot. Cook a curry with the 3 Swords of Justice in your team and Keldeo will appear in-game, which is the first time this mythical Pokemon has been made available in-game. You know, usually it's just a mythical Pokemon you get via event distribution, so that's awesome. This is like a 1 per copy of the DLC Keldeo that you can just get and catch. But on top of it, and this is the bit people might not know, is you can then go and visit Sonia at her lab in the mainland Gala, and she gives you, well, nothing, but there's a weird little cutscene where she's like, oh, there was a 4 Swords of Justice, cool. And then you get no reward for it from her. I guess the Keldeo is the reward. But yeah, it's pretty interesting that the Crown Tundra then affects that thing when you go back. Number 4, Peony gives you a Master Ball. And you know the only people in the Pokemon world that ever have Master Balls? I've talked about it on the channel before. It's only evil team leaders and evil team bases have them, Pokemon professors have them, and Pokemon champions have them. They're pretty much the only 3 types of people in the Pokemon world that have Master Balls. And Peony is, according to his league card, was once a champion, and I'm gonna get into that very, very soon in an upcoming video. But for that, you're gonna have to wait and see. Number 5, speaking of Peony, in the whole little research area just up the front of the Dynamax lair, one of the people is like, that looks like Chairman Rose, but it's a totally different energy to Chairman Rose. And it's interesting that she mentions Chairman Rose because the Dynamax lair on the outside has these 2 big electricity pylon things. One on either either side, and they're the same pylons that appear in Chem Rose's underground lair base where he's keeping Eternatus, implying that Chem and Rose was there. This is something Chem and Rose was working on before he went to prison. So maybe Eternatus like came from the Dynamax lair or something? I gotta think about that one for future theories. Number 6, Pokemon can talk and can understand human languages, and this is proven in Calyrex like possessing Peony. And this might be a reference to a couple of other legendary Pokemon. I'm pretty sure in the animated series we've seen Deoxys do this for Meowth. Mewtwo uses Nurse Joy to talk in the first movie, although Mewtwo didn't need to because it's incredibly powerful telepathically. In fact, in a whole bunch of the movies, the phrase "it's telepathy" is used. It's actually a little bit of a meme. It's either Brock or Silent or whoever is filling that role is always like, "it's telepathy," when Pokemon that shouldn't be able to talk can absolutely talk. I buy it for Calyrex, but this is actually something that I don't think we've ever seen in the games before. It's kind of a little nod reference-ish. I don't know, I just thought it was cool, but it kind of reminds me of those old movies. 7, there's a Cosmog that you can get in the Crown Tundra. You just enter one of the houses in Freezington, I believe is the name of the village, and you go in and there's a Cosmog named Foofy, which might be a reference to the fact that in Sun and Moon, the main Cosmog is known as Nebby, and I expect from this point forward, all Cosmogs will have nicknames. We've got Nebby and we've got Foofy. Which gang are you part of? I think I'm feeling... I don't really think about this. I'm feeling Foofy gang. Like, Nebby just never gets in the bag. Number 7, once you complete the Crown Tundra and you get hold of a bunch of the Reggies, you can go to Winden Stadium, and there's an old gentleman there who I believe is the very same gentleman who gives you the card in the Crown Tundra for your fashion, and it'll give you access to more outfits. Also, speaking of outfits, we get new like glasses and eyewear that belongs to Team Flare and that belongs to Team Plasma, like the Getsis eye patch thing. That's what these bits of clothing are references to, if you were wondering. What they're doing in Gala? Who knows? Is this Getsis's actual eye patch? I doubt it. Will I likely use it as evidence in some ridiculous theory at some point? Almost definitely. Number 9, this isn't something that's an Easter egg or a reference, it's just something that I find really, really cool. The Pokedex entries for some of the fossil Pokemon, they've really been updated. Like, check this out. The Gen 1 fossils have such a range on them. According to its Pokedex entry, Kabuto, this Pokemon is almost entirely extinct. So does that mean that living Kabuto are around from hundreds of thousands of years ago? There are so many wild fossil Pokemon in the Crown Tundra. Here, let's look at Omanyte. Because some Omanyte managed to escape after being restored, they've been released into the population by people. This species is now becoming a problem. So Omanyte definitely did go extinct. Kabuto maybe not, but now the resurrection of these Omanyte fossils are out there in the wild being pests. Aerodactyls is even wilder. This is a ferocious Pokemon from ancient times. Apparently even modern technology is incapable of creating a perfect specimen. Meaning that maybe with all of these fossil Pokemon, this is just not quite how they looked in the past, or maybe a perfect Aerodactyl is like, I don't know, slightly different. This just gives us such a range on fossil Pokemon, and I love the Crown Tundra because it's the only place, as far as I can see, in the whole of the Pokemon world where fossil Pokemon just roam and are about. This could be a reference maybe to like in Alola, there's someone who's like, I want to make a Jurassic Park, and this is that. Okay, a super quick one, number 11, Avery and Clara's team has been updated to now include Galarian Slowking. It's interesting, I always expected one to have Slowbro and one to have Slowking, but yeah, I guess they both have Slowking now. Number 12, this is one of my favorites. Sonia has absolutely been to the Crown Tundra before. Not only is it referenced in the Isle of Armor that she's gone somewhere snowy by Hop, but also in her bedroom at the very beginning of the game, you can see artwork of Zubat that she's drawn. She's quite an artist. And Zubat can only be found in the Crown Tundra, so I reckon she's been there before. 13, this is a really cool one. I gotta get my little notebook up for this. So when you look at the map of the Galar region, something's always interested me. You've got areas like Axu's Eye and the Giant's Mirror, and you think, was there an actual Axu that this is named after? And what about an actual giant? The Reggies are referred to as giants in this, and with this in mind, now with the Crown Tundra, we have the full map of Galar. And we can see that in the Galar region, at the very bottom of the region, we've got the Giant's Foot and the Giant's Bed. Above it, we've got the Giant's Seat. Above that, we've got the Giant's Mirror, and above that, we have the Giant's Cap. This suggests to me that if you look at the whole of the Galar region from the top to the bottom, the cap is the head, the mirror is the face, the seat feet is the bottom, the butt, and that the bed and the foot are just the two different feet of the Pokemon. Maybe this is supposed to resemble Regigigas somehow, but it's loose. Regigigas is healed, I believe, in the giant's bed, so maybe the bed is referred to as the bed because that's where Regigigas is at, and that the whole Galar region is one big Regigigas. Heck, we know for a fact the Regigigas used to move continents. We know this from the Pokedex, so maybe it moved Galar at some point, hence why it's sealed down there. Again, theory bait. Number 14, when you complete the Galar Star tournament, you get this image of Leon saying that he runs the Pokemon League now. He's taken over from the chairman, which really heavily ties into my Leon is evil video, and he was just like vying for power, taking over from the chairman. But he was never a good champion and always winning rigged matches, and here we see further confirmation, because if you finish 15 battles of the Galar League tournament, you get a cutscene with Swordsbutt and Shieldbutt saying that they pay for the whole thing. They're funding the Galar Star tournament. And interestingly enough, when Swordsbutt and Shieldbutt came around in the post-game of Sword and Shield, Leon was like nowhere to be seen until the very end when he seemed to be in cohorts with them. I am at the point where it's fully in my head canon. I genuinely believe that Leon is in the subplot of Sword and Shield as the real big band behind everything. Number 14, you know that big mystical tree in the Crown Tundra that the legendary birds are all like going for? They're all after the fruit, and it's a really like, wow, what's the mystery behind that tree? Go and push on it, and then shake on it again, and then shake on it again, and then shake on it again. And all there is in there is a Dynamax Greedent, which is kind of paralleling the Vespiquen from the Isle of Armor. You do get, though, if you can beat it, a ton of berries. I just wish the mystery around this tree was a little bit cooler. And finally, number 15, if you haven't seen them already, the shiny forms of the legendary birds, Zapdos, Moltres, and Articuno, are the regular colors of those Pokemon, implying that maybe these Pokemon came first and evolved into them. I don't know, you'll have to watch my evolution tree video for that. And there you have it. Those are just the 15 things that I found were interesting that maybe you missed, maybe you haven't been thinking about, maybe it gets you thinking about some Pokemon theories. You can let me know if you have any suggestions in the comments. Do let me know what you're thinking. Also, please go check out Card Keeper Toby. I'm having so much fun with it. Thank you all for watching, and of course, so hi Pokemon Masters.
This is Ash Ketchum. You just watched a video by Birdkeeper Toby. That makes you a Pokemon Master!